Hey guys!
Hey!
Welcome to another episode of Masse Art Studio. Today is going to be a great day. It is episode 28.
It is 28.
28. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Super crazy.
It's so awesome. Today is going to be a very interesting opening here because we're going to get right to the results of who did it better. It's very interesting. Let's see who did it better.
I know.
I know you know.
I know you don't know.
I don't know. So I'm going to hold up this.
Let's just take the old little marker pen and let's just see.
And the winner is...
The winner. The winner.
The winner is Lee.
I won this one by a bit of a landslide.
You did.
This was a really good win for me.
I didn't know you were gonna win, but I could tell by everybody's comments that I was like, oh yeah, Lee's got.
You know what had it?
What?
The purple had it.
Really?
Yeah, it was the purple in my pour that really made everyone vote for me. That and the shimmer.
That's awesome.
My gold just really made a difference.
The shimmer.
The shimmer. That's a shimmy.
That's a shimmy. Oh yeah, I'm shimmying when I should be shimmering, right? Shimmer.
Yeah. So yes, I won.
Yes, you did. Congratulations.
So it's now 3-2.
3-2.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So what are you doing today, as far as your?
I'm going to do another swipe.
Another swipe.
Yeah, you saw me just a few episodes ago try a swipe, but when Jeremy picked the colours. This time around, I was like, yeah, I'm going to try it again with a different color palette. So yeah, I'm going to try a swipe.
That's awesome.
Plan. What about you?
I'm going to do a triple decker layered cup.
Ooh, okay.
Yes, yes, and we're going to see exactly what happens with that. I'm really excited about these colors. They're really beautiful and kind of opposite of what I normally go for. I normally go for really bright, crazy colors, and this is not that.
It's a muted metallic palette.
It is.
We've done something similar. We did a whole episode number 8, I think it was, where I used a dustpan and you did something interesting with something similar. So if you know our videos, you know what number 8 is, I'll link it actually in the corner, then you can see something very similar. But I am interested to see what you do with these colors. Absolutely.
Well, without further ado,
should we do it?
Let's do it.
Let's pour.
Let's get to painting. Hey guys, it's Jeremy here, and I'm going to get started. As you can see, I have a canvas here that's already painted, but you might, if you saw last episode, you might recognize this canvas.
It's the sad painting.
The sad painting, the one that ran because it was put on the shelf wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and reuse this. Nothing goes to waste, and I'm going to repaint over this. I got my colors here that I need to show you guys. We have the 24 karat gold by DecoArt. I wanted to say Art Deco. DecoArt 24 karat gold metallics. I have this Taupe from Folk Art. It's really beautiful. I have this chocolate brown. My chocolate brown. I love chocolate brown. We have this DecoArt, Folk Art. DecoArt Crafters Acrylic Antique White. Also, we have Charcoal Black by Folk Art. And I believe
the 3 Folk Art paints are actually all metallics.
Yeah, the 3 Folk Art paints are all metallics along with the gold. The only one that's not metallic is the DecoArt Crafters Acrylic. And then of course, I'm using titanium white as like my base and stuff. All right, so why don't we go ahead and get to pouring the paints in my cup, since I'm gonna do a triple decker layered cup. All right, guys, let's get to layering this cup here. Let's see. Nice, healthy layer. some of this charcoal black. I don't want to use a whole lot of it. I want the colors to be very muted this time around for the look that I'm going for. And see how I'm wanting to keep the layers of paint on top of each other. And then for the beautiful 24 karat gold, it's a little bit heavier than the other one, so be careful. Careful. There. It's exactly what I'm wanting. Beautiful taupe, I mean. Some of this antique. So excited about this. Try to do this as careful as I can. Put the white over the top here before I start pouring it in the cup. That way it doesn't fall through the other layers. Scrape that container. All right. All right, guys, I got my layered cup here. kind of looks like an ice cream with like peanut butter and chocolate and stuff in the
does.
layers.
It really does.
Looks really delicious. So I got my cup here. I'm going to put a little bit of the white on the canvas, and then I'm going to proceed to do my flip cup. I mean my triple decker flip cup pour thingy that I'm doing. All right, guys. So I got my cup here. I got my canvas a little bit, just lightly, like a little bit of layer of paint on here. I'm going to actually tilt my painting a little bit so that way I can go ahead and flip cup this without making a huge giant mess. There we go. And I got a tack. So what I'm going to do is just kind of let it go. Of course, this is like crazy hard. All right, fine. I'll just do it on the sides.
Why are you doing that?
To get rid of the suction.
Got it.
See, now it's like starting to flow out all over the place. It's traveling. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and start stretching this. I'm going to take it right off this edge here.
Flow extender.
A flow extender.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Were you intending on doing any flicks of
Yeah,
the black?
I am.
And at what point will they come?
Actually, you know what? I think I'm glad you said that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and add some of the BAMs. Yes, a few flicks of the black, because what I'm trying to get is a marbling effect, and as you can see, that's kind of happening.
Getting there.
But I think with a few flicks of this.
And what you're trying to do is create a vein, right? You know, that
Yes.
like thin vein.
Yes.
Thin being the operative word.
Yeah.
Thin
That's
blade.
why I'm gonna just
Swipe.
Yeah.
Like almost like a ninja swipe, but you're not touching the paint.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. So
It's going to be called a Texan fling.
This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a Texas fling. All right, here we go. Okay, those were kind of thick, but all good.
Well, everything's bigger in Texas.
Everything, yes, yes.
You might be able to pull that off anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh, but
You just made me nervous.
no, I like that with veining. And I guess the beauty of adding these now is as you continue to stretch it out, they'll get maybe thinner.
Yes, they will get thinner.
Good job you went to the gym today.
All right, I'm pulling everything apart over here. Take this off that edge there. Okay. Very gently. Turn it back over this way.
Would you like a little bit more flow extender on the bottom of that corner?
Yes, I thought I had some.
You know, I could see it from here. I know you couldn't, but there's it was a little dry. It's a little parched down there. That'll definitely help it roll.
Oh, that's all right. It's okay. Keep pulling that one out. Did it go over that edge?
Almost. Yes.
Okay.
You'll be able to fix
Okay.
that.
All right.
Got it for you.
Thank you. This is moving really slow. But it's moving. Okay. Wow. That looks pretty incredible, I'd say.
I know you didn't want to say at the beginning that you were trying to do a marbling technique, just in case it didn't look like marble. However, I would say that is extremely successful marble technique that you've got there. I really, really love it. It looks like a slab of travertine tile.
Thank you. Yeah, I was really questioning, like, I think, you know what, I think the gold is gonna like start to pop out. Like I think as it sits, the color's gonna change in it.
I kind of hope it doesn't.
Really?
Yeah, I really like how, I mean, you know, marble is just like that. It's muted, it's like veined, it's, you know, I think it's beautiful.
I need to work on the vein just a little bit. I know that everybody's gonna be like, no.
Oh really? So then why do it?
Okay. All right. Then
No, I'm joking. Work on it. You've got popsicle sticks just to your right, or do you want me to pass you that little tool?
That little tool, please. Please. So what I'm gonna do is that there's a couple of places, like, I think that, like there was like 2 little dots that were irritating me, and now it's like, fine. Like I just like beep, beep, and then I'm happy with it. But I think this is great. I'm really excited. I'm really happy with this piece. It came out exactly how I wanted. Like I had envisioned some of this in my mind. I can't wait to hear the comments on this piece, you guys. Please let me know what you think about it. Like, does it look like marbling? You know, I want your feedback, because this is all kind of like, this is a new process for me. And all of your input really helps me better myself as an artist. So thank you guys. Woo! And I'm good. Like, I'm happy with this.
So you're going to torch it,
clean
up the edges, and then take them in for a close-up?
I'm going to torch it, I'm going to clean my edges, and I'm going to take it in for a close-up for you guys.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Lee here. It is my turn to use exactly the same colors that Jeremy's just picked to try a different technique. I know we've said this before, but I'm going to say this again. The reason why we do it this way is to show you that you don't need to have 64 different colors in order to make different pieces of art. That's the reason why we use the same colors and do 2 different techniques, to show you that there's many ways you could just use a handful of paints. So you don't need to be a millionaire to produce millionaire worthy art. All right, beautiful marbling, triple decker flip cup.
Yes.
By the hubby. What I'm now going to do is attempt a swipe. So first off, I'm going to flood my canvas. Now you've seen this a million times, so I will definitely speed this up. Flooding basically just means putting a base layer all the way on the canvas to allow the paints that I layer on top of it to slip and slide. Okay people, you've just seen me flood my canvas with titanium white from Blick. That's given me this beautiful slick layer now to pour my paints on top of. I also just torched it just to get rid of any of the air bubbles. Okay, so now let's lay these paints. I should have said I've got a 30 by 15 inch canvas here, which I thought was like the perfect kind of canvas for a swipe. I did spend some time thinking about whether I should do something like diagonal, but I'm gonna go straight down the middle again. I really love that composition. So let's start with a layer of 24 karat gold. Now what I just did there was I started off canvas and then dripped it all the way across, just so that I didn't get a big blob on either side. Next, let's go in with the taupe next to the 24 karat gold, and I'm going to do a thin layer on either side. And on this side too. I'm going to swipe both top and bottom. Ooh, I was a little far away from the gold. Didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. Next in with the darker brown, slightly layering on top. Okay. With the antique white, I'm actually going to pour this down the middle, top of the gold. Just a really thin layer. And then finally, Mars black, was it?
Charcoal.
Charcoal black. Okay. So I just watched, before we came out, a really awesome artist, and I'm going to put her details in the description box. And it was Pour Me Another.
Pouring Your Heart Out?
Pouring Your Heart Out. I'm sorry, Pouring Your Heart Out. Pour Me Another is another fantastic artist, but it's Pouring Your Heart Out. And when she swipes, she uses plastic. Last time I did this, you might remember, I used the kitchen roll and I dampened it. But I just watched her do it with plastic. I've got these kind of little acetate kind of like folders for laminating, and I've got them in all different sizes. So I thought I would try it with plastic this time. I've given myself a little layer of kitchen roll here to be able to wipe these off with, but I'm going to give this a go and see how this works. There's a side that's open and there's a side that closed, so I'm going to use the closed side. Using the same technique, what my plan is to do is to swipe the colours over the top of each other, which will then hopefully create my cells for me. So first off, I'm going to come this way, I'll flip the canvas around and then I'll come back the other way. But let's see how this goes.
Ooh.
Interesting. Okay, and the reason why I've got different thicknesses of plastic is because then it's going to allow me to do different thicknesses of the swipes, even though I am going to go over each other a little bit, you know. Wiping it off onto the paper towel every time. And once I've done like one swipe, I will come back and I can see what I need to fix, what I need to change, what I need to amend. Like the edges, for example. Okay. Let's go in with a different thickness again. Okay, and I've got a really thin, skinny little piece here. Okay, all right, I wonder if I need to torch this, see if there's some more cells that pop up. What I've just thought is, I'm wondering whether that taupe isn't selling on top of the gold. So, have no fear. Whilst I do love the composition, I really did want some more cells. So I've got the white here. I'm going to take a thin white line and then really gently just drag this over the top and see if that gives me any more cells. Because I can go over this as many times as I want until I get the composition that I want. So let's see what happens. I know. Let me get the thicker piece here again. Okay, and try one more thing as well. Jeremy, would you pass me no, I have one here, I'm gonna try with the old trusty kitchen roll in the middle where I haven't swiped yet.
Do you want to maybe do another swipe of gold, like another thing of gold down the center?
Absolutely. You can never have enough gold.
You can never have
That's a
enough
really
gold.
good point. I mean, it's the gold that normally, you know, creates those wonderful cells. Ooh. Got a lot of gold down there. All right, let's see what this does.
Ooh, that looks amazing.
It's so interesting how it kind of like dragged itself through. Let's do that again. I'm really loving the black underneath, you know, with the colors, but I don't know why I'm not getting any cells. Interesting. There's something that I've not done with the paint, something I have done with the paints, something that's not giving me the same kind of structure that I would normally get. But I'm not hating the composition in any way, and I'm happy to be playing around with it just to see what happens, you know? I really love how it's kind of creating this cloudy gold effect. Dipping the paper towel in the water into the colours that I want to swipe, and then down. And then one last pass just on the back end. Okay. All right. So let's turn this around so that we can play with the composition on the other side. Thank you, Jeremy. Right. So excuse my mess. Let me just get rid of that, please,
Okay,
if
sure.
you
I
don't
got it.
mind. Whilst you're getting rid of that, I'm going to torch this real quick. Get rid of all those little bubbles that I created from swiping with the paper towel. One of the things that I might have done is had my base coat too thick. This could be one of the reasons why we haven't got a ton of cells here right now. That could be it, that could account for it. Take this one over here. Or it could even cell up just as it's sitting, which sometimes does happen too.
It usually does.
Right. a little bit of white. So I'm just layering the colours back over each other again because I'm going to now take this down towards me in exactly the same way. So I'm going to use the kitchen towel, paper towel first. And start in the middle. Dipping it in the water.
Are you not going to use the plastic?
I might go over the top with the plastic, but I'm just going to use this paper towel first. Maybe a twofer.
Mm.
Okay. And one more pass. Just get that corner. Okay. All right, now let's look at this. I love it. I mean, I'm so excited. I'm surprised that there's not more cells, but you know what? It doesn't need it. Now. Now my thought to myself is, what do I do with the middle? In the last swipe that you saw me do, I used the space, the colour that was the background colour to create kind of like a negative space line down the middle. I don't even know if I need to do that on this one. What do you think, Jeremy? You like that? Because you were dead against it last time.
I know. I think you should either do
the space, the charcoal grey,
the charcoal black,
yeah, or the dark brown.
The dark brown.
Right. I feel like I have an awful lot of brown, but I really love this here.
I know, I do too.
With the grey. So if anything, I'm thinking I would try and do it with the grey.
Do the charcoal, because I think the charcoal black, it turns almost a grey brown.
It is. It's not black. It's definitely not black. It's
not black.
I thought it was Mars black, but it's not. And it's a lovely pearlescent kind of black, but it has definitely got like a grey sheen to it. Okay, let's do this. Okay, what I'm going to do is just let that sit for a second, because then it'll kind of like spread itself out one way or the other. I'm going to torch it. This is like a dining room piece. It's like I could see this going in a dining room somewhere.
Now, are you going to stretch it a little bit?
I am. I totally am. Yeah, I'm going to manipulate this line just ever so slightly, just backwards and forwards. I'm not going to go left and right. I'm just going to go backwards and forwards because I don't want to lose the formation of my stripes. But what I don't mind is if the line in the middle kind of moves. Sorry, Jeremy, my hands are in the way.
It's okay.
And come back again. your final swipes, or is that it? You know what? I think that's it. I don't think I want to touch this anymore.
I love it.
I don't want to move the black line. I love where it's like bleeding here, like ever so slightly.
Oh, yeah.
I hope as it sits, more of that happens.
Of course it will.
I really like the way that just here it's kind of like bled into the colours. But why don't I give it one quick torch, tidy up my edges, and then Jeremy, would you take him in for a close-up?
I sure will.
That would be fantastic.
I'd love to.
I would love you to too. Thanks guys, that was my swipe. So there you have it, folks. What are you giggling at? There you have it, folks. That was number 28.
28.
That was
absolutely
really fun. Jeremy picked those colours particularly because he wanted to do something very specific with them, which was the marbling technique that you've just seen him recreate.
Yes.
You first tried that on camera back in episode 26.
Yes.
Which was fun. And there is so much progression between then and now in those two pours.
Right.
It's beautiful. And what you guys haven't seen is Jeremy play around with the studio off camera, perfecting the technique even more. So at least within the next episode or two, I know he's going to do another marble, just as I'll do another swipe, and you'll see just how much better he's gotten again. He really has produced like an amazing, brilliant marble piece, which maybe we'll show you at some point. But first, let's take you in to see the dried pictures that we've done from today's episode.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's do it. So Jeremy, this is your flip cup, kind of a la marbling technique.
Yes, yes. I was really excited about this one to see what would happen. And it was such a learning experience, honestly. I did get some of the marbling, and I love like the BAM, how it kind of accentuates that marbling that goes up through here. I really love it. I'm going to keep practicing this technique, but I love this outcome. I can't wait to do another one and show you guys like the progress that I've been making, because I have been practicing.
You have, and you've got more beautiful pieces that no one else has seen. But I do love this, and there's definitely progression with this one too.
Yes, absolutely. All right, Lee, here's your beautiful painting. Why don't you tell us about it?
So this is my second attempt on screen at a swipe, using all those golden metallic colors that you've just seen us use. I love the use of like the brown at the bottom and then like the more golds on the top. And if you can see, I hope you can see at home, but it's full of gold. It's like super shimmery, which I really love. I am obsessed with putting this like line down the middle because I really like how it kind of causes a reflection on either side, like it looks like a reflection on either side. But I really love it. I'm going to play a lot more with this swipe technique because I'm really enjoying it, and I'm thinking of doing, you know, different compositions, like a different color on the top, different color on the bottom, and doing a split color swipe. But there's more in me on this one, and I'm going to keep trying with it, but I do absolutely love this piece. So there's the dried pieces. I hope that you like them just as much as we do. But Jeremy, why don't you show them the piece that you just did off camera?
Okay.
Because this is amazing. Ooh. Get closer with it a little bit so they can see. Ooh, it's so pretty. I especially love this bit here. It looks like a little oyster. But there's tons of layers in this one, and you've got that like wispy marbling effect down to a T on this one. I really love it.
Thank you.
And it's sod's law that you did this off camera and no one else got to see it, but I did, so that's cool. But yeah, I really, really love that, and I know you're excited to try some different colours and give it another go.
I think that's the way.
That's enough. That's enough. Now. Come on. Don't hog the limelight. No, it's really beautiful. I love it.
Thanks, babe. I hope everyone else likes that too.
I'm sure they will, because it's beautiful. It matches your beautiful blue eyes.
Aww.
All right, that's it for today's episode, number 28. Thank you so much for joining us. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, please do so. There's so many of you that watch our videos, and so many of you put the most amazing comments. We really couldn't be more grateful. But we want to keep going. We want to keep doing this for you. So the likes and subscribes keep giving us the motivation to do so.
Absolutely.
So thank you very much. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next premiere.
Bye, guys.
Bye. So hey guys, we wanted to take a quick second and to do a special mention and shout out to all of our Patreon MPs. That's the Masse Pourers. So thank you to Leslie Bever, who's a gold pourer, and thank you to Sparkle, who's a platinum pourer, and to everyone else down below. Thank you so much for wanting to take a little bit of an extra special interest in Masse Art Studio, and thank you for joining us on this journey.